Hi everyone, welcome back to IELTS Fighter channel, and this is Jenny. So today, as you can see, I invited a very special guest. He's pretty handsome right here, right? So I guess that you're so curious about who he is. So let's find out.
Hello guys, my name is Huy. I finished and graduated medical school 1 year ago in January. And currently I am working as a researcher or a study doctor in UCRU, which is Oxford Clinical Research Unit.
So I'm just wondering, like, what the role is English play in your occupation right now?
English is very important and vital for me because I work in an English-speaking environment. So I have to speak with my professors, I have to speak with my supervisors, I have to speak with my colleagues, all in English. Especially during the COVID-19 outbreak that currently happened right now. I have to do a lot of online meeting with another professors in the UK. So it is very important as for me.
Yeah, so I just have a question for you that, in my opinion, being a researcher or being a doctor, that you have to like study by yourself to, I mean, reading, writing, the essay, the research and everything. So why you choose the English Center to help you to do that instead of studying by yourself?
I picked an English Center to study IELTS because IELTS is something different from what I ever learned before, especially in the speaking and writing skills. They required something different from my working environment before, as well as my study environment before when I was abroad. They have different criteria that you have to master in order to achieve higher band score. And so that I picked English IELTS Fighter just to know more about those criteria and use my ability to absorb new knowledge about IELTS and make it better in my band score.
Yeah, I totally with you about the IELTS speaking and as well as writing. They have 4 criteria, right? So you have to meet that criteria. So I mean, the judges or the examiner will assign your mark depends on what you achieved so far based on the criteria. So that's pretty different from the communication, like conversation daily, for example. So it's a little bit more academic, I think.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something about your class at IELTS Fighter with Mr. Huy Thạch, right? Yeah. So what do you think about your class, about your teacher?
I really like him actually because he's the same age with me.
Oh.
So we share a lot of experience together. Not only in IELTS, we share another things as well. But yeah, that helped me to learn faster and absorb the information quicker when I study with Mr. Thạch. Also, impressed because he gave me a lot of tips and hints that I never expect to see that everywhere in my life, especially in IELTS. I do a lot of research on speaking and writing skills online, and I study a lot of different English centers. But Mr. Thạch did provide me something else different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really improved my band in writing and speaking.
Okay, that's cool. So can you share a little bit about what you achieved so far from IELTS Fighter, from Mr. Thạch? For example, I see your certificate here. So as you can see, he got A for listening and 8 for reading, which are so pretty high band score. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can you share with us some tips about reading or listening?
For reading skills, I struggle a lot after I finished my school in January. Because I took my first IELTS exam in July and I got a pretty low band score for reading, which is 6.5. And though some people think it's high, but for me this is not my expectation because I've been studying a lot in abroad and I study in English environment as well, so it's supposed to be higher. So I decided to look deeper into reading skill. I devised a new method that I read paragraph by paragraph. For example, I read the first paragraph and then I will compare and contrast with the questions on the next page. And for each paragraph, I can answer like several questions. And after I finish reading all the paragraph, I nearly finish everything. And it is also quick for me as well.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. Okay, how about listening?
For listening skills, I did practice a lot on listening by listening to YouTube videos, pick the one that I really like, as well as I do hear a lot about the TED Talks.
Okay.
I think this is also came from the experience when I study in an English environment when I was studying abroad. However, you still need some tips to do the IELTS listening. The S part is very tricky because if you don't know the tips, you cannot do the thing easily, and you will get a lower band score for listening. Mr. Thạch did teach me a method of listening to those S sound in the end of the word, so that's really beneficial for me.
Wow, that's cool. Okay, so I think beside like apart from those tips, so we have to build ourselves a listening habits. As you say, we should listen more when you're at home. So listen to everything you like, not just basically like TED Talk or BBC News. Like you can listen to everything in English, but you have to like it. And like, yeah, we just build our own listening habits. So thank you so much for your tips and your advice. The last word to the audience who they're studying at home, the IELTS by themselves, they do not go to the English Center. So do you have any advice for them?
My advice is to practice and practice, especially for listening and reading. You just have to look to different past papers. I think you can find it online in YouTube, or you can find it on several IELTS websites.
Okay.
They do provide you a humongous amount of material that can help you to practice and get a higher band score. And try to use only one method that you got used to it before. Don't try to change your method because that's just too much for you to process the information, and you will not get nowhere if you use different methods to answer each section.
Yeah, totally with that. So try to stick to the thing that you're familiar with that.
Yes.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. So if you want to achieve a very high band score like Mr. Huy, it's 7.5 overall. And to see Mr. Huy Thạch, who is Mr. Huy teacher, so come to IELTS Fighter and meet him. Okay, thank you so much for the interview today. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you noted some tips, some advice from Mr. Huy today, which is very, very helpful for you, I believe. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to press like and subscribe to IELTS Fighter channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
IELTS Fighter, tiên phong phổ cập IELTS cho người Việt.